Hey, this is Boom, and I thought I'd do a quick first-hand impressions of Call of Duty, Advanced Warfare. And basically, from what I've seen and played, because I played this game for about, I don't know, 7 hours, give or take. I rented it. I've not bought it. It's for the this is the PS4 footage you're watching right now, and it's Call of Duty. That is definitely no argument there. This is definitely 100% Call of Duty, with some slight tweaks. A lot of people have been calling it's Titanfall. I wouldn't go as far as to say that. It does have some Titanfall-like elements. Definitely the double jumping is the biggest reason why a lot of people are saying it's Titanfall, which, yes and no. It does not do parkour at all. It does some forward boosting, back boosting, left and right boosting, double boosting. There's boosting. There's lots of boosting. And I'm sure there's assholes that are boosting right now in free-for-all. That being said, what's changed? Well, the gunplay is definitely not changed at all. The engine's exactly the same with some, minor improvements and whatnot. If you play on the PC port, or if you're playing the PC port, you're going to experience the same problem. Apparently, this has been an issue for all the Call of Duties. There was some crazy deceleration with the mouse. That you have to play some settings. I have no idea. I'm not a technical person. I just heard about this. I've known about it, but I haven't played the port. I've seen people have really violent mouse issues where it's like ghosting on its own. That's the best way to describe it. Which sucks for those people involved in that. But let's get back to what I was getting at. So yeah, let's talk about what's changed. Customization options. You can customize the living crap out of your character, and grenades now do not come from your arm. They come from this little thingy-mabobber that shoots out your wrist. Yay! Screw you, GoldenEye. But just weird random things like that. It's kind of cool. I love the fact that you completely customize it. Not just the god-awful little name tag thing, which it's still here, and it's still as annoying as ever, and you can go and do your horrible perverted tags and boobs and whatever god-awful people think of, or your marijuana slang tags, or whatever else you can think of, because goddamn, people are creative when they got very limited resources. That's all here. Something they borrowed, I think, is from Battlefield 4, is you get... I don't know, it's like almost like a care package. At certain points in the game, it seems to be whenever you die, mostly, whenever I see the game, you get, after the game, you can open this little care package and you get like different guns, extras, things you can customize yourself with, which is kind of cool. Like, you get same guns that you've already unlocked, but they have minor buffs and debuffs. The best one example is, I think it's like my AK. I have 2 different versions of it, on top of the base one that you can unlock off the rip. And it gives you a couple debuffs. The only downside was the one of them I have, does not allow you to put any attachments on, but it lets you, I think it was like, it has better handling, I think it was what it gave me. And a couple other things, like I can fire faster and more damage. It wasn't more damage, but it was just like little buffs like that were kind of cool. But then there's other ones that actually let me put optics and all that good stuff on it. But it slowed me down, and there was a buff to it, but versus the debuff, which is kind of cool. They have these little things. It's not just, hey, standard guns. It's, I guess, the best way to say legendary elite, blah, 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 depending on your game of choice or whatever. So I really like that. I thought that was really cool, and here I'm wrecking a bunch of kids and getting shot in the head. Which, speaking of which, the hit detection's kind of wonky. I specifically, not the gunplay itself, that's just really lag related. The melee combat is really odd. Like, there's times where I will go and melee a dude and nope, it doesn't happen. And it's mainly because of the lag, which, if you were a fan of lag before, it's not going away. Supposedly for the PC version, they're getting a dedicated service. I have no idea about console variants, if they're going to do that. They have not done that yet, which, if they do and they clean up some issues, maybe I'll do that. I'll get the PC version. If ever. The game actually, surprisingly, coming for the fact that the last Call of Duty I bought personally was Modern Warfare 3, and I thought that was a god-awful travesty and mess and disaster, and could have been put in the landfill and on fire in a drum barrel, and I would have never thought anything less of it, which ironically I still own and probably refuse to sell because I spent $120 for the stupid edition. Oh, right, that was a mouthful. But yeah, that was, the lag is nowhere near as bad as of right now. I smacked my mic. But it definitely comes and goes. There's times where I don't know if it's in this game in particular. There was times where people were standing in the air, and I'm just like, hey, okay, and I just hosed them, and I'm like, sweet, I got a free tag. And then there's other times where I'm getting sprayed through walls, and it turns out I was actually in front of them getting wasted, and I was having a moment like, hello, how are you today, sir? Please unload your clip into my face. So it was really odd. I really found it strange at times and annoying, and I wouldn't say controller throwing, but definitely I had potty mouth moments. That was strange too, I just saw. But yeah, I was definitely having some potty mouth issues because of the lag, which no, unfortunately there is no. I like to shoot people, including my own teammates. But yeah, I was just, the lag is never going to go away. I think it's been improved slightly versus some of the previous iterations. Other things I've noted that could be of note. There's some pretty cool that you can get flashbangs instead of grenades now. They put buffs in it for your little exoskeleton, so I don't even use it for some reason, because I forgot that it was over there until I realized that my flashbang button was my exosuit button. But it gives you kind of some cool little buffs, like one gives you a little bit more health, which is great for right now if I were thinking about it. Another one gives you shield ability, so you can absorb more bullets, which is great, or probably some explosives. Cloaking, so you're apparently ripping off Crisis 3 now. Apparently there's the trophy system, yeah, from, I think it was COD Modern Warfare 3 that did it, where basically you drop it down, and if a rocket comes down, it blows it up. If a grenade flies over, it'll blow it up, you know. You get the idea. There's a couple other ones. Those are the ones that stood out the most. Oh yeah, there was one that was basically like an echo system where it'll do an echo, and you can kind of see, I think it's, yeah, in your, in visual appearance where you'll see like red glyphs of people that are bad, which there's other things, kill streaks. They've actually overall your loadouts they've done a 13-point system, which is really cool. It came back to Black Ops 2 all over again, but you can pretty much customize it however you want, which is really nice. I don't have to run around with the sidearm all day long. I can do other things, I can put extra perks on, all that stuff. If you're familiar with Black Ops 2, go for that. You know what I'm talking about. But with the kill streaks now, which are not kill streaks, are point streaks, which I think they need to be tweaked a little bit. You can now add buffs to them, which take more points, but give you better things. Like with the UAV, now you can put, like, I think it's an extra 100 points on it, and you can see everybody in the area every time it pulses, which I thought was really cool. And I wrecked these guys. That was awesome. I actually did pretty well that match. 1 to 2, or what was it, 2? Whatever, some F and KD ratio. I thought it was really good. It's probably one of our better matches. I played this for about 3 hours today and got wrecked a couple of times playing around with some of the guns, which some of the guns are absolute garbage. The automatic shotgun has no range to it, and when it does, it randomly just decides it works it when it wants to. I was unloading a whole clip into a point-blank range, and he just looked at me and, hey, screw you, and punched me in the face and killed me. I didn't like him, obviously, for that. And other times I, like, somehow almost long shot at a dude. I'm like, what the flippity-flop? And, yeah, there's, you know, just do a little play around things. Of course, the old school kill as many people within certain ways unlocks certain things now system, so you can't just go straight for the throat with some of these. Sniping actually was kind of good. It's kind of a pain in the ass. I was able to kind of quick scope. I'm not professional at it, but it was fun. Some of the things that were, I would say definitely would suck is the unlocks. Some of the good unlocks, like Fast Swap, which I think is the one that we reload your mag or whatever it was really quickly, that's really far down the road. I think it's like a level 47 or something ridiculous, and I was kind of annoyed by that. I'm like, dude, seriously? What the hell? It's like always been an early one. Danger Close is kind of a joke, and I've not seen anybody use explosives with the exception of grenades. I think the crossbow, which explodes, but that was really it. Which is nice, because I loved Modern Warfare 2, with the exception of every a-hole in the world deciding that, you know, it would be a great idea. Let's go shove a noob tube up your rear end and have a good time with it, dick. But you can tell I get a little upset with this game. But yeah, there's just all sorts of different things that were going on. I've not played the campaign. I have no care to play the campaign. Well, let's just be honest. It's like any other game in the world. You bought this game for the multiplayer, just like most men buy Playboy, not for the articles, but for obvious other things. That's what Call of Duty is in a box. I just related it to smut. Holy hell, I have issues. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that really stands out, but it's just really, I think they need to work on the leveling for a lot of the things that unlocks are kind of garbage. Obviously, they're going to do some damage balance tweaks with all the guns, range, damage, blah blah blah, all that good stuff in handling. The other thing I would say was the spawns were horrible. And supposedly they're going to fix that. I don't know. I've heard people say that's one of the first things they always spin. Yeah, I love doing a little something hopping out thing. But yeah, that was annoying as hell. Spawning, especially in smaller maps, if your team is not that good, you're going to get wrecked in spawn kills a lot. Let me tell you, I do it. It's fun. And sometimes the jumping was a little inconsistent. Like, I'm trying to jump and it would vault over things and get me quite a few times. Sometimes it would get me killed, sometimes it would just aggravate me and I start cursing at it. Of course, I always respond kindly back with words of happiness and pleasure. Mostly, yeah, that I was ranking up like crazy in this game. And, yesterday was because of double XP, today was just because I was either rocking people out or they're just being pleasantly nice. I'm not sure which. I can't remember. I don't know what the prestige level is. I didn't research this game at all. I decided to rent this game, so this is my take on the whole thing. It's kind of nice that it is. The different play maps and all that. There is classic, so you don't have to play with this exoskeleton crap, as some people call it, or Titanfall ripoff. So yeah, that was kind of nice. I was able to play around with that, and they actually were smart enough to actually put the ladders in everywhere, so you can actually climb up some of these areas and not have to, you can't double jump. That was kind of cool. They have like their horde mode. I don't know what the hell they call it, but basically I call it horde mode. Basically, survive an uncommon wave of a-holes that are trying to murder your face off, and you get points and stuff and buy bigger and better stuff. You know, lots of stuff. Played that for about, I don't know, 20 minutes. That was actually the first thing I did, just to get familiar with the controls, because I didn't feel like getting a bunch of people teabagging me, which I've not had teabagging yet. I am so proud of this community. Give it a week. You can tell I played this way too much as a kid, and like a young adult. I make it out like I'm 12 again. That says some very 12-year-old things when playing this. They do have a competitive scene, apparently. They have that competitive mode in one of the map selection, or whatever you want to call it. Your team deathmatch, standard, all that good stuff. I'm a big fan of the kill confirmed, obviously, mode. I like this mode most. I did play other modes, just for the sake of reviewership. And they all pretty much play the same. Oh yeah, there's like the beacon of light, or as I like to call it, run for your freaking lives when you see it coming. Because that's happened. Like, there's a little beacon on your map that will start, doing this weird little red dot thing, and I'm just like, oh, let's go toward that. Oh god, there's a beacon of light, and I ran my little buttocks into the first building I found and survived. Hallelujah. I've not been killed by it, but I have seen people get wrecked by it. It's kind of it's not really OP, because once people start learning the game, it's gonna be a joke and it's pretty useless. The bombing run seems to be the most effective thing I've seen so far, which I've pretty much stuck with UAVs because I pretty much suck at these games nowadays, which is so sad. I used to be so good. I used to drop nukes. I dropped 2 of them once. Stop myself. Leave me alone. Stop making fun of me. The minimap. The minimap, I really don't like the minimap. I'm hoping that's just adjustable. I don't like how, I'm used to the minimap, you're in the center. I am technically on the far right corner moving really, really fast. That's kind of annoying because it gets a little disorienting because I'm thinking on my teammates and then I'm confused as why the hell I don't see people, and then I end up getting shot in the back or head or whatever miscellaneous in the area, which kind of sucks. And right now we're spawn tagging like that. That's another thing they need to work on is like, dude, I can just sit there on the bottom of that hill right there, collect these tags, run back, clean out house, come back again, and just start clicking and just break them again. It was kind of like, need to be worked on. I think some of the maps are kind of wonky. I really didn't like some of the maps. Some of the maps were really good, some of them really sucked. I didn't like the one with the tsunami in it. That one was just ungodly small, especially for like you exosuits. You basically could get through the map literally in 20 seconds, easy. If you jump through everything and not get shot in the face, that's a big factor right there. Maybe 25, but still, it was a really small map when you in comparison. Now, it took me a little bit to get used to COD maps versus Titanfall maps because I was like going into this playing as if I was playing Titanfall, which is my own mistake because I got really owned a lot of times at the beginning of every map. Like, hey, how are you doing? Oh, you got a fully automatic SMG. I'm just gonna keep on jumping and not pay attention to you. Yeah, there are other times it was just like really annoying trying to get up certain areas. Sometimes there were things right above you, it didn't look like it, so I wasn't paying attention. That's just mostly map memorization right there. But some of the maps it's just like, I want to vault over this. No, I don't really. I just was trying to jump and shoot this guy in the head. But, oh yeah, there's also a little wonderful ability when you're in the air. If you press, I think it's melee, you drop straight down and crush, kind of crush people, injure them. I've not really had much success. Yeah, there we go. There's that lovely lag that I just ended up owning that guy because, yeah, owning that guy. And lag. And I'm sure that guy was actually calling bullshit, which I will legitimately say, that was bullshit. I got a free kill. Thank you, Call of Duty, for making my day a little brighter, a little happier, and making another man angry. And then I died because I'm in Tool and don't know what I'm doing. Oh, one last thing that I've noticed was magazines. If you do what like everybody used to do in Call of Duty, you empty your magazine after you kill a couple of people and you head back into cover, you lose all the ammo that you just unloaded into that magazine. You literally pretty much have like 3 mags, 4 mags per gun, and that's it. With the exception of certain guns which actually regen their own ammo. And there's a really cool like LMG laser beam of doom, which sucks in the console version, but it's basically the thunder gun from Quake, if you've ever played that. There's the little red beacon with UAV, speaking of which. It's really cool. At first I thought it was because my house, but now it turned out I was intelligently ignorant and didn't know what I was talking about. But yeah, like in the PC, it was like you could wreck face with it. In the console version, that laser gun sucks. I tried it, I'm like, dude, I don't know what you guys are talking about. This is not amazing. And then I realized that yes, with the mouse aim, it's actually a little easier to work with. Mind you, I used the default aim because, whatever, I don't know, I don't understand why people have it cranked all the way up if they're like trying to do 360 no-scopes or something crazy. The other thing, and this has nothing to do with Call of Duty whatsoever, just simply, I don't think it's in it. One of these I had footage where literally for 10 minutes, because I for some reason was into the game and decided it was a much better idea to listen to people talking. Yeah, there we go, the wonky hit detection, as I said earlier. Why the hell do people leave their mics on when they're not talking to anybody? They decide they want to have their, the TV cranked all the way to hell up, and they're going to start yelling at the game. I don't need to hear that. Nobody else wants to hear that. Why do you do it? Or the best one is when you have a gentleman, okay, we'll just say, just a random person start talking in a completely foreign language, and there's obviously nobody else talking to them, because you can't hear anybody else talking to them, and there's nobody else in the lobby talking to them. So they feel that they're, I don't know, I felt like I was playing a soccer game all of a sudden, because this guy was getting really into it, and it was like, every time he was like, it's boom! And I'm like, alright, cool, I think he killed somebody. Or he's watching the World Cup with his DVR. I have no idea, but he was really excited every so often. And then all of a sudden he stopped talking for a minute, or he was just saying something about puntas. I don't know. I have no idea. He was a very adamant man about something that was kind of amusing. But this is my really quick first impressions. I played, if you obviously like COD, you're going to like this one. If you didn't like the old COD, or like anything past Modern Warfare 2, it's kind of interesting. I would give it a rental. Check it out. See what your thoughts are. I might pick this up when it gets on sale eventually, or Black Friday sale or something ridiculous. I don't know, or unless there's an interest of me playing this live. I don't know, it's actually better than the last couple of them. That was nice. I actually had fun. Holy hell. So, this is Boom signing off, telling y'all have fun, and remember, don't let the little kids drive the cars, because they wreck houses. I've seen it too many times on the news this year. Most awkward thing ever. Alright guys, peace out. Later. Peace.